Camp of the Convictors. Surely one of these people will have encountered heretics while out hunting. Please speak with as many as you can, Joseph. Looking for heretics, you say? Why don't you go and bother a Piriquet or someone? I've enough trouble keeping these spinning in fops fed and clothed as it is. 'Tis no business of mine what folk do with themselves out there in the wilds. Nay, I know of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every rattle mouth? Eu sabia que o Jokovic tinha jogado. Então já sei. Nay, I know of no heretics. Do you honestly expect me to keep track of every rat in Moxbury Mountain Barton at wanders and out of camp? Are there any heretics in the area? I have not the faintest idea why a heretic could pass under my very nose and I should be none the wiser. I hunt dragons, my dear fellow, the big ones. Forever do I scan the skies for signs of my prey. I care not for the miserable creatures that scurry upon the ground. Somewhat I can help you with, my lord? Heretics, is it? Well, I've never seen one myself, but they tend to say I haven't heard a thing or two. We would be grateful for any information you can share with us. The gods... If it please me, Lord, I'm Piriquet, a soldier by trade, though not much for one, if I'm honest. If it weren't for the love of stabbing folk that I took up the spear sea. No, it was by order of Sir Jetalot's father. Still, as long as they keep paying my wages, I ain't fussy as to what they have me do. Not everyone's as patient as me, though. Plenty of low-born lads who get pressed into service start grumbling before they've seen their second battle. And once they've got to thinking how unfair it all is, it don't take much for the heretics to turn their heads. From what I hear, the simple promise of freedom tends to do it. That may explain how Lady Iceheart was able to expand her following so swiftly. Sad to say, some mates of mine gobbled down the heretics' hypenesques for sleep. And what? Protecting what's important. Want to help out, do you? Well, there's plenty that needs doing and killing besides. I'm sure you've noticed that dragons aren't the only thing we have to contend with out here. Take the polar bears, for example. They come here looking for an easy meal drawn by the smell of our cookfires and then raid our stores. Think you could fit the air numbers a little? Killing 4 or so of them should suffice. You'll be compensated for your troubles, of course. Well, you're certainly more reliable than any lordly I've ever met. They've only got eyes for dragons, even though I tell them time and again that if no one sees those bears, there'll be an area scrap to eat. But do they listen? I dare say everyone around here could stand to be a little more like you. Well, I said you'd be compensated, and I'm true to my word. I trust you'll consider this fair remuneration for your efforts. Winter is coming, okay. Literalmente a quest chama-se Winter is Coming. I look troubled, do I? Well, we all have our fair share of troubles out here. You looking to lend a hand? Out here, the cold is a constant nemesis. We could always use more yak wool for the creation of blankets. If you bring me 3 baskets of it, I'll see that it's worth your while. We still have need of that wool if you're willing to procure it. Some of the highest quality wood that I've ever seen. I must say you've gone above and beyond what I asked of you. You have my deepest thanks. The nights are bitterly cold these days, but the blankets made from this wool will do much to keep our people warm. A faithful companion. Whatever could be taking him so long? It ought to take this much time and just to deliver a message. I sent a man out on a mission quite some time ago. He should have been back hours ago, but there's still no sign of him. He was on a chocoback, so he should have returned by now. Would you do me the favor of heading out towards River's Meet and seeing if you can find him? You were dispatched by Lucia to find me? Well, I finished my mission, but I can't go back to the camp just yet. I'm still searching for Amberbeak, my dear Chocobo. I was attacked by a Yeti and thrown to the ground. Just when I thought the great beast would tear me to shreds, Amberbeak distracted the thing and drew it away. He damn well saved my life, but I fear that a monster will catch him. I have to save him. You'll find him for me? I'd like to join you on the search, but I would only slow you down in my present condition. Thank you. I shall head back to the convictory now, but please bring in-game Big back to me. The tag on the rein says Amberbeak, but upon closer inspection it is obvious that the poor bird has been brutally eviscerated. You take a feather from the fallen chocobo. Did you find him? Did you find Amberbeak? His feather. Amberbeak? No! He fought valiantly with me for so many... Tell me, was it quick? I see. Well, thank you for this feather. At least I'll always have something to remember him by. Thanks. Let's see.
Mas quantas que espetas portanto, em menos de meia hora, parece. Os direitos sabem essas mistérios. Faz uma fatia de pão e se metes manteiga.
Sim.
Não é possível.
Spring into action. Oh, my leg. That last dragon made me quite a mess of it. Had it happened to anyone else, I dare say they'd have been a meal off. Fortunately, I've made it of sterner stuff and got away with no more than a flesh wound to show for it. I'm keen to get back out there and hunt that bastard down, but I shan't be going anywhere until this leg heals up. Say, do you think you could fetch something for me? The waters of Dragon's Pit are said to have healing properties. If I had some of that, I'd be back on my feet in no time. Take this bottle and fill it with water from that spring, would you? Do you have that spring water? I need to get back out there. I'm sick of seeing those dragons trot about before the carrying around. Good, good, and not a moment too soon. I fear those dragons are starting to forget the taste of Ishgard still. After a few applications of this, I'll be ready to get back out there and give them a sharp reminder. They say this stuff is better than any potion. It's just it's just as well given how meager our supply eyes have been getting lately.
Sim, bem, se os exames todos concluídos. Não é por isso que tens chance de durar um habitant, não sei quantos anos,
Não sei quantos anos.
não sei pique não, porque é da coisa, mas se bem que já há uns em pique em comprimidos. Lá, agaches, diz lá,
Purple flame, purple flame. If we are to lure our foes to our position, then we must find a means of producing a signal of purple hue. As it so happens, I once heard the tale of a trapper who dropped the hide of a woolly yak onto his campfire. Aside from the terrible stench, the story also described in detail how the smoke from the smothered flames was tinged a deep violet. You are a monster hunter of some note, are you not, Joseph? It should prove a trifling task for you to procure a number of hides. We may need to burn more or than one ere the heretics notice our beacon. Master Alphinaud, you and I shall gather wood for the fire. It will take the both of us to find enough dry fuel in this frozen wasteland. Let us meet again at the Dreaming Dragon with the fruits of our labor. It would seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Elfinwood. Mami, a mana está chamando.
É que está a perguntar como é que é as temos. De 8 a 18. Depois 18 é que vem.
It would seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Elfinwood. It must have been a privileged upbringing. Have you the height winning?
Ah, I should have known it would be you. Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here.
We wish to speak with you.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion. If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me. That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress. 'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elezen tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin. A war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm, Hraesvelgar, in particular, so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Hraesvelgar, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity. Though loath to perform the deed, Hraesvelgar ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted.
And so was of the dragon for this.
Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, No amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart.
Não perceber nada, filha.
Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Good gods!
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
Dor de cabeça. Ah não, dor de peitos. É fazer diferente. Porque eu estou a ter uma dor de peitos. Normalmente, quando é para ter as visões, é dor de cabeça. Ah, ok, não, uma visão normal.
Is aught amiss, my friend? I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. Rest a while, and should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Seria 8 às 9. Hã?
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
I can fly! Depois de já ter feito todas as missões da área, né? Mas pronto. Children of the land, do you hear? Echoes of truths that once rang clear. Two souls intertwined, one true love they define, bringing them in heaven's need. But flames that burned full bright soon fell dark. Memories dimmed by gentle hearts in the western. cat on a cold stone roof. Oh, my baby! My poor, poor baby! How did you get up there? Pera, tem gato no telhado, é? Yeah, tem gato no telhado. Oh, whatever shall I do? It's so high up. Please, somebody do something. You help me, won't you? Please, I promise you'll be repaid. Please save my poor kitty. Só tenho agora sei voar. The suspiciously curl-like kitten passes into your arms. Essa é a missão mais fácil possível. Do you have her? Do you have my dear, dear kitty? There you are, you silly little thing. You had me so worried. What? You think my dear little kitty isn't really a cat? She's really a girl? I think I almost believed you for a second there. My dear little kitty isn't some man-eating monster. Just look at her. Look how cute she is. That was a quest, I guess. Together, thy life is a riddle to bear rapture and sorrow, to listen, to suffer. Where the choco... Wait, what? Okay, maybe it's not that. Where the chocobos roam. You are Joseph, yes? Pray address me as Yazel if you wish. This passing stranger, is it not that fate should bring us together thus? Never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravania then? The chill of the western highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo Forest. Todos os Final Fantasies têm uma Chocobo Forest, não tem? Quer dizer, o beijo... O beijo não tem um Chocobo Forest.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
We now stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to Somal will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. It might suggest that we take a rest at the village up ahead and see that we are properly provisioned. There is a village here, but I thought the Eastlands the sole domain of dragonkind. Why would anyone choose to live in so perilous a place? The wild chocobos. Tully Feather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Mars Champ, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival, and he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there are no objections? Only to this careless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. Well, then my hide and call me a Leatherface, we have visitors. Oh, and if it ain't the lovely Yazel, it's been too long, girl. That it has, Mars, champ. That it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to some hall. Might we stay in Telifeather a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Oh, of course, as long as you do like. In fact, I would suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderers of late. Forgive me, sir, but I am not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did Yazel not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them towering in plum trees all about, haven't you? If you are flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you'd expect, the local wildlife is canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, and we can do ours in peace. I see. Thank you for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop your zeal here, but dragons ain't the only things you'll need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set to heading west. I have a new armor. Joseph queria mostrar os pelos do peito, só que ele não tem. Let me see. Alguma missão secundária que eu tenho de fazer? Jesus! 50 missões secundárias. Well, if it isn't the famed Joseph everyone's been going on about, world travels fast in a camp this small. Say, could you let me? You're here for a bit. Thanks for keeping this lonely hunter company. Anyway, since you're new around here, I thought you might want to know about this place and its denizens. You see, the hunters of Cali Feather make their way back, catching the wild chocobos wandering around these forests and selling them to the renowned guardian trainers. You might think us hunters have an easy end of the deal, but you change your mind quick enough the first time a dragon breathes down your neck. Add to that all the other hungry beasts looking for an easy meal, and you'd be ready to doubt the sanity of this whole thing. That's why most hunters in the Dravanian Forlands are either them and that they're just trying to escape their pitiful life spectacle, more than that and crazy enough to get enjoyment from risking their necks every day. Of course, you can forget those that just here for a quick bucket full of kill, chasing the golden chocobo, so to speak. The promise of riches brings new blood from all over the Galaxy. Ain't that right? Kianta? You got that right. I'm here to beg my eyes of the biggest chocobo Galaxy ever seen. Shingi's chocobo hunting is generally done in person. A twink here, having never trapped an enemy as animal or stuff, it is in need of a partner. I know you've got some experience hunting all manner of beasts, so I'm asking you to help her out till I find someone suitable. Can't thank you enough, Joseph. Kintia's got some ideas for our first hunt. Speak to her and she'll tell you all about them. Finally, a partner! Now we can be real hunters. Let's not keep those birds waiting. This hunt will be simple. All we have to do is lure a chocobo out with these gashi greens. There's only one problem. Wild chocobos have a keen sense of smell,